Hello everyone, welcome to the Sea Files and another car talk. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe, do a thumbs up if you like these videos. I'm running errands. So here we go. And run this stretch of road, try not to get pulled over or anything like that. No, it's pretty good. This is during the time when this road's not really that busy, not too much traffic, hardly any really during this time of the day. But anyway, let me talk for a moment about the Uni-party and deception and how all that works. Inner city groups are starting to realize that they've been taken to the doghouse and whipped by the Democrat Party in the inner cities. And they're starting to rebel back against them and say, you know what, we're not just going to vote for you anymore just because you have a D behind your name. We're going to start asking the really hard questions. And really the thing that's driving it is the illegal immigration and them losing their jobs to these illegal immigrants. Say people are not illegal. Well, people can do illegal things and break the law, right? Breaking the law is illegal. So you term it the way you want to term it, I'll term it the way I want to term it, all right? So they're beginning to realize that they're losing jobs to these illegal immigrants and going to lower wages because, you know, they can hire these illegal immigrants cheaper than they can the inner city or the minority residents of that area who are American citizens. And so that's starting to stir up these minorities in the inner city saying, now wait a minute, why are these immigrants, these illegal immigrants, getting freebies from the government and they're the ones getting hired on all these jobs and they're taking our jobs away from us. We can't support our own family. We can't take care of our families and we're already at poverty level, they're saying, and we can't make it on $7 an hour or whatever the minimum wage is, but they can because they just send that money back home where it goes a really long way, you know, because $7 an hour is a good wage from their home country, you know. And so that's waking people up. Now here's the warning I want to give to the minority groups out there who are beginning to wake up and say, you know what, the Democrat Party, they're not really treating us very well. I want to warn you that just simply jumping over to the Republicans and thinking you're going to get better treatment may not be the best way to go. Here's what you want to do. It's okay to experiment with the Republicans and say, well, maybe they might do better than what the Democrats have done when it comes to economic policies. But if you do that, the warning is you need to hold the Republicans' feet to the fire the same way you are your Democrat elected officials, okay? Don't just jump over the Republicans and say, okay, we've resolved the problem. No. Jump over the Republicans and tell the Republicans you have an opportunity to get this right. And if you get it wrong, we're going to dump you too. So you might want to make sure you're not playing your usual white-collar corruption games, you know, because both parties are corrupt. Both parties are corrupt, okay? These mainline establishment Republicans, they are just as corrupt as the Democrats. They are financed by the pharmaceutical companies the same as the Democrats are. They are financed by the woke lobby the same as the Democrats are. I mean, that's why they call it a Uni-party. Okay? It's these big money interests who have no concern at all for the needs of the people, but they only serve their own interest, who are financing these politicians and these elected officials. And so when people like me come along, Joe Average, and says, you know what, I'm going to get into politics and I'm going to run for office, and I'm going to try to clean this mess up. We're the nobodies, and we are the ones that get dumped on, and we don't have the money to go up against the corporations who are, pushing their own interests, who are funding these other politicians who are getting elected into these positions. The only way that will stop is when the American people stop listening to the corporations, and they stop listening to the woke lobby, and they stop listening to the special interest groups, and they say, you know what, I'm going to be an independent thinker. I don't care what the political ads are saying. Screw the political ads. I'm going to do my own research on these candidates. I'm going to come to my own conclusion, and I'm going to vote for who I determine based upon my own intellectual research and my own ideology. They're not going to tell me who to vote for anymore. They're not going to use that, I don't know why this truck just suddenly slowed down like that. They're not going to, there was a state trooper had somebody pulled over on the other side of this truck in front of me. 55 mile an hour zone, he slowed down to almost 30 miles an hour as going by the troopers on the other side. I'm like, why? I now know why. He just turned off. He was looking for the road that he was supposed to turn off on. Anyway, so the point is, sometimes voting for the unknown guy, the person who doesn't have the big money and is saying the right things and that has lived the right kind of life, right? They've taken care of their family all their life. They've been honest, good, law-abiding citizens. They've worked hard to provide for their family. They've done a good job at work. They're doing all the right things. They have good morals, good ethics, but they're not being supported by their party because their party, that's not what their party is looking for, both Republican and Democrat. That's the people you want to start voting for. Seriously. They're the ones that will upset the apple cart, because they will walk into government and go, what the heck is going on in here? Because as soon as they walk into the elected office and they see what's really going on behind the scenes, behind the curtain, right? That man behind the curtain, they're going to go ballistic. They're going to go, wait a minute. It's like there was a DOD police officer, old guy, Department of Defense police officer, and there'd be a fight at the illicit man's club or something. And he'd walk into the club and all these guys, tables were flying and people were fighting. And he'd walk in, and this guy's like in his late 50s, early 60s, right? And he'd walk in like King Kong and go, what the heck's going on in here? And everybody, what? And he'd just start telling people what to do. He'd take control with his voice. And and that's kind of what these folks that are elected, that are people like me who have never been in politics. They've just, they're good moral people that have just taken care of their families all their life and lived a good life. They're going to walk into that situation and do exactly that. What the heck is going on in here? What is this? And why are you doing that? And no, we ain't having this. No, this ain't happening. We're not having this. That they're the people that will do that. And then the big pharmaceutical companies and stuff will come around and, hey, you need to cool your heels. And they'll look at the corporation and go, get your butt out of my office. We're not talking. You're the problem. So get out. I'm about to kick your rear too. We're gonna have some legislation going on in here that's gonna put your butt in order as well. Because you guys have been influencing these legislatures and you've been corrupting them, and no more. Those days are over. Done. You run into some people that you don't know how to handle because they are moral, ethical people that cannot be bribed, cannot be intimidated, cannot be bought off. When you have that, these corrupt corporate executives, the woke lobby and the like, they're done at that point. They're done. So that's the people we need to put in the office. I don't care about the label. But the Democrats, the whole abortion thing, right? Well, you know what? I'm pro-life. I believe the Republican platform on abortion much more than I do the Democrat platform. The Democrat platform's all for child sacrifice, But what the Republicans have in their platform doesn't mean anything if the people we elect aren't acting on that platform. If we elect them and they turn around and they sneak in the back door and stab us in the back, then what good is that platform? And that's exactly what's been happening, folks. So we need to do some butt kicking on both parties, both the Republicans and the Democrats. And so when I got a survey the other day on my text, and I was okay. I'll do the survey. I went through the survey, and at the bottom I had to put all my information and give a donation. I'm going, nope, screw the survey. I'm not giving a penny to the Republican Party because they haven't shown me that they're worth it. They haven't shown me that they're worth a penny of my money. What do? Congress just passed FISA, the Patriot Act again. Just renewed it. Why should I give them a doggone penny of my money when they have just renewed something that has killed the Fourth Amendment and given the government the power to arrest people without probable cause through a secret FISA warrant when they've done nothing wrong, and put them in confinement for an unlimited amount of time without abiding by Fifth Amendment and Fourth Amendment rights? They've suspended those rights by that act. Why should I give the doggone Republicans one penny of my money when they do stuff like that? And they join in with the Democrats to do it. Screw both parties. You're not getting a penny of my money. And I'm not voting for you. I'm going to vote for the people that will walk into office and kick your rear. That's who I'm voting for. That's where I am, folks. Now I'm where I've arrived where I need to be. So I'll calm myself down because, the old ticker can't take that kind of excitement. And we'll move right along with life. We're winning. We're winning. Just keep doing what you're doing. God bless. I'll see you next time on the C-Files.